and particularly thank Dr. Lawson of the Houston Public Library. This particular project before you is we'll attempt to use the CDBG money for the development of a unique City of Houston library with the Ser-Ninos Charter School located in the heart of Gulfton. Ser-Ninos has been a preeminent charter school, exemplary, leading the charge, if you will, of what good charter schools are all about. They've also been an enormously vital constituent, resident, participant in revitalizing a core of the Gulfton community. You may remember that shopping center that had the old Kroger in it, and they had expanded significantly their footprint there. This work will allow for the creation, as I said, the first time ever of a joint children's library. And it'll be open to the public. It will be focused for the kids in the area. And I want to thank all the people that have participated, not the least of which is Dr. Lawson, who saw the opportunity of working outside the box on this issue. I also welcome, point of personal privilege to welcome Bob Brooks, the architect and designer of the program, Mr. Joseph Solis, who is a longtime board member, his associate Jorge Hasso, and I think we've been joined by Wayne L. Sexton, former or current member of the board. I'd like to also give a shout out, if I may, Mayor, to Dominic Varner, who is a Sharpstown resident and a longtime member of the board, and the good work that they've done for us on that. So I want to thank them for the creative visioning. It is one more step in the revitalization of the Gulfton community, just as we have the skate park across the street in the revitalized Gulfton super neighborhood. So thank you all for your service, and I would appreciate your support for this item, council members. Thank you.
Councilmember Laster, this is a fantastic project in your district, and I know Ser-Ninos is outstanding, and they're also putting up $1.6 million of their own funding into the project.
Absolutely. So they brought real support to the table.
Exactly. Councilmember Christie.
I also agree with Mr. Laster, the Ser-Ninos Charter School, and I faintly remember, I think I might have been at the opening of the Ser-Ninos. They do a great job. My only suggestion would be partnering with the city library, but, you know, look at what they did in Clear Lake years and years ago. They partnered with the county too. So any of these libraries that we open like this, it would be a benefit to see if the county can pitch in to make it first class. But this is a good project.
Councilmember, just to be clear, the City of Houston residents or kids will be able to use the library as well in that charter school. But you're saying the county? Vice Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Thank you, sir. Again, great project. Again, I feel like Councilman Martin, I wish I had one of those in my area.
Well, let's work on one.
We are, and Dr. Lawson, she's awesome. We met a couple weeks ago to talk about creative strategies, you know, because we all know we're going to go through a budget deficit next year. And so there's opportunities where we can combine city facilities with private facilities and work together. And Ser-Ninos understanding that it's a competitive process for a charter school. And so I think that you've done a good job, and you kept that talking about the standards that you need to do for TEA, because as you know, we have a lot of charter schools that are being shut down on an annual basis. So we appreciate your support and working with the kids, and it's an awesome opportunity. I just hope that we get to partner with someone in the fifth ward so we can get out of that.
Councilmember Bay.
Thank you, Mayor. I too support this, and I congratulate Councilmember Laster. This is something that basically is what the Houston plan is all about, that I understand that we're going to be approving soon. Regarding the 12 things that we're trying to tackle, I guess, within the city of Houston, is partnerships. I know that HISD is building brand new schools with their bonds. There's 3 brand new high schools in District I, Milby, Austin, Fur. I've met with my HISD trustee. I met with Dr. Lawson with the possibility of having a partnership on a library at Stephen L. Austin High School. I've also discussed this with community leaders in Songwood to see if there's a possibility to do a community room at Fur High School. And right now is the time to work on these partnerships because HISD is designing these schools. And if we want a library, we want a community room, we need to talk to HISD now. So that way they can incorporate it in their design. And again, I think a partnership, due to the fact this Houston plan that we're planning to do, and it promotes partnerships, is to have a library at Stephen F. Austin High School where it can be used for the public in the evenings, and there'll be a school library during the day. At Fur High School, again, having a community room, those residents in Songwood don't have a place for their civic club to meet at. So to have a community room at Fur High School can be utilized in the evenings for a civic club. So again, these are partnerships I think we really need to take advantage of, and we need to do it now while HISD is designing these schools. Thank you.
Councilmember Gallegos, that is an excellent point, and that's something that we're very interested in doing. And the library's had a number of conversations with HISD, and this is something I would enlist council members for their support. That the school district likes the idea, but it's more of they're asking us to pay the full cost, and we think this ought to be a partnership, and a little nudging in that direction would be helpful. Is there further discussion? Moving to a vote, favoring